Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. Joining us this morning is Lance Honig. He's with the USDA, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Dairy Margin Coverage Protection Program. And had a chance to talk with Lance during the NAFB convention. And thank you to Wisconsin Corn Growers, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Osteoplastics, and Wisconsin Farmers Union for helping us out with our broadcasts for convention. Lance, thank you for joining us. Well, for dairy farmers, this protection program is something that I know last year at this time, they're like, well, maybe I don't need to do this. We've got a great year coming up in 2020. And then March hit. And there were a lot of producers that were caught without this insurance program, and they really need to consider signing up for it right now, don't they?
Well, it's an important program that USDA has made available to, help farmers out. And so, yeah, I think they need to be taking a look and seeing if it's going to be something that's going to work out well for them. Then they'll want to certainly get on that sooner rather than later.
I know the sign-up period ends through December 11th. Now, FSA can help out farmers to help make this decision, right?
Yeah, that's right. And that would be the primary point of contact for details behind it. Of course, NASA is going to supply some important data to help them administer that program. That's really where we fit into the equation. And so we're happy to help out in any way that we can.
And so, Lance, tell us about that data. What will NASA provide?
Well, NASS on a monthly basis publishes information on hay prices. In particular, that's some key data that gets utilized in the formula that FSA uses in some of the calculations involved in that program. Specifically, I believe they're looking at some of the premium and supreme alfalfa hay prices. That's a data series that we added roughly a year or two ago, specifically in response to FSA's need for that information to help provide this important safety net for producers.
Talking with Lance Honig, he's with the USDA and the National Ag Statistics Service. Lance, I know that in Wisconsin, there's going to be some additional surveys here coming up for county producers. It's going to be like a random selection for some of their crop information, and I think producers need to understand this is very important information to help with a lot of these programs, right?
Yeah, that's right. And in particular, here in just the next week or so, we're going to be reaching out to more than 80,000 producers across the country to collect final acreage yield and production information for this year's major row crops specifically. And that's the information that's going to drive those final production numbers that come out on January 12th. And not only those data, but a lot of the county level data gets collected at the same time. And even though some of those programs have changed and evolved, that's still important data that feeds into a lot of these programs. That again, oftentimes they're administered by the Farm Service Agency or other members within USDA, but we're one big USDA family, and our role is to supply a lot of the data behind those programs and what helps make them run. And the biggest source of the information that we use to supply that data comes directly from the producers.
And Lance, I know producers are always concerned about privacy and security, and there's always been that, correct?
Absolutely. And, first and foremost, individual confidentiality is critical to everything that we do at NASS. Not only is it protected by law, but we believe it's of paramount importance that we protect everyone's privacy. But like I say, it's also protected by law. So we're prohibited from sharing individually reported information with anyone, even within USDA. And so that's a concern that I know farmers have, but I hate to say it this way, but it's something they really don't need to be concerned about because it's absolutely protected.
Well, Lance, again, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Lance Honig, he's with the USDA's National Ag Statistics Service, and we're at the NAFB convention. I'm Brian Winnekins on WRDN. All right, you can hit your stop. I think you can just hit stop.